The 11 Million Trees program is a large-scale coffee, reforestation and sustainability initiative here in Timor-Leste. It will transform the coffee sector, reduce poverty and build environmental resilience. The focus is on planting high-yield, disease-resistant, delicious coffee varieties that will double production and in turn halve the poverty rate.
Hey everyone, I'm Ameta. This is Matt from Raw Material, so welcome to Timor-Leste.
Since 2018, we've been focused on improving coffee quality and connecting communities to the global specialty market.
We have reached over 10,000 households, and together they have won the national coffee quality competition consistently. This is where I grew up. Around here, we all rely on coffee for our income. In the coffee region like this, most of the population live below the poverty line. I was born during the war that lasted for 25 years. In 2002, when Timor-Leste became independent, everything had been destroyed.
Since independence, Timor-Leste became the most reliant on oil of all nations in the world, with 95% of its income coming from oil production which has wound down over the last couple of years. Second to oil was coffee. However, these trees are now 40 years old on average and only produce a small fraction of what they could. While a focus on improving quality has seen an improvement in the price paid for coffee, these small and unpredictable yields mean that farmers around here on average still only receive between $200 and $500 for the whole year. Rehabilitation of the coffee sector is a national priority, and planting new trees on its own isn't enough. The system around those trees has to change. After 8 years of groundwork, Phase 2 of our 11 Million Trees program is all about scaling up those enabling pieces. We've just completed a pilot with the Australian government and Engineers Without Borders, running remote wet mills entirely on renewable energy. Australia sends 50,000 tonnes of solar waste to landfill every year, with most panels still generating 80 to 90% of their original output. Those panels can instead power coffee processing hubs in off-grid communities. The plastic waste in Timor-Leste that's currently burned or washed into rivers and reefs can instead be sorted, pressed, and formed into durable components and machines for coffee processing. It's cleaner, it's cheaper, and it turns a pollution problem into an income stream. We can treat bamboo exactly as it's done in Colombia, Burundi, and all other countries we work, replacing the rust-prone steel that currently dominates the landscape at a significant economic and environmental cost. Bamboo is local, strong, and far more sustainable. These pieces build the environment in which planting new trees really makes sense. In parallel, we're planting two key things. First, a variety testing forest, to identify over time which trees are best suited to Timor-Leste's changing climate. And secondly, a large-scale nursery capable of supplying the 10,000 families we currently work with the seedlings needed to lift incomes immediately and long-term. This is the system this Kickstarter unlocks. Solar waste becomes electricity, plastic waste becomes infrastructure, bamboo becomes buildings, and better processing then drives higher prices. Those prices create rational incentives to plant new trees, and that's how 11 million trees becomes achievable. Not by asking farmers to plant more, but by changing the system so that investment in coffee regeneration is the obvious choice. If you would like to support this project through Kickstarter, we have a range of rewards to choose from. For coffee lovers, we have unique Christmas gifts like a tree planted in your name and roasted coffee paired with immersive VR coffee experiences. Or we could plant 1,000 trees under the forest canopy to supply your roastery or cafe ongoing, with the first harvest free of charge. You even have the opportunity to co-fund a new community processing hub to bring renewable energy and market access to an off-grid neighbourhood. And if you're a 1% for the Planet member, your support here counts towards your annual contribution. Thank you very much for taking the time to explore what we're achieving here in Timor-Leste.
Don't miss out, we are doing big things here. This is a unique and massive opportunity for you to join.
Obrigado, Barak.
Até logo!